Yo, what's up guys, it's NLW here, back again with another video. Today, got some custom figures that I've been making over the past few days. Going to show them off in this video, show you exactly what my process is and how I've made them. So a little bit of a behind the scenes of me making customs. This is the first time I've really done something like this, so if you enjoy it, I'd appreciate it if you dropped a like on the video and comment below what your favourite custom was in this video. But without further ado, let's get into my process. So as you can see, I've got a couple of figures here. I've been kind of repainting them and rejigging them, and I'll show you exactly what my process is. So you can see right here I'm working on Scotty Steiner. So I've bought a couple of Jack's heads online, as well as these custom decals from Curb Stomp City Decals. So they're going to be helping me apply another layer to these custom figures. As you can see, I've tried painting them as is. I'm working on like an RVD, a Kotabushi, and I've got some acrylic paints. I'm not really that into my, my customizing, so it's not the best setup in the world, I'll say, but I do use a bit of Mod Podge that I've made myself. It's not the best again, but it's just kind of more for practice for me at the moment, and this is my setup. And as you can see, I'm also working on a die jack at the moment, based on the basic I showed you a couple weeks ago and the kind of basic fix-up I made of him. Going to be applying the decals and painting him up a little bit. Likewise with this test, it's almost done. So I've applied the decals, and this is the only one that actually went well for me, and I applied really well. The rest of them, I applied a little bit crumpled. And here you see the ones that are a work in progress. So at the moment, this is when I've just put the decals on, and you can see it's looking alright for the most part. And here's a couple of work in progress. As you can see, I'm painting the Sandman a new shirt, and I'm also painting a new attire for RVD with, and you see my paints and everything, my pliers, all the stuff that's going on here. I need to touch them up a little bit. And now here they are. You see, I've got die jack first, so this I already did like a basic fix up, a really basic one. You can see the tape on it as well as the black on the trunks, and I took the tape off and I painted it over instead. And I think the decal applying on this one I did really well compared to the other ones, which I'll get to in a moment. But out of all the customs out of this one, this is probably my favourite, other than Test, which I'll get to. And here's Scotty Steiner, so I bought the Jack's head to put on this figure. It's a Ken Shamrock body, I believe, so I've just painted the trunks. And I think it captures him quite well. The problem I came into with this one, as you can see, I applied this decal terribly, and this is the second attempt, so that was my last one. But it ain't too bad. I'm not too pleased with it, but it is what it is. This one I am pleased with. I think the decals on this one came off a lot better. You can see on the tattoo, it looks, well, pretty much perfect, I would say. And also the tights on the back. So this is the one I'm most happy with. A test with a Triple H body. And you can see I've also updated this Roderick Strong. So this is a story that, I bought the figure and then the legs snapped off, so I made a custom instead. And now I've actually got his Greatest Royal Rumble attire. I still need to paint it up a tiny bit, but this is what it's looking like at this very moment, and thank God I finally got some knee pads for him. A lot of people were very unhappy with my Roderick Strong. And we also come on to Hardcore Holly, a figure that I actually used in my Custom Corner series a couple years ago, but at the time the painting was terrible. So now this one matches my Crash Holly that I've got, and again you can see the paint job that I've done on it isn't the best, but I think the decals look pretty good on it. And I think, my painting isn't the best, but it does the job. And finally, we come on to Kotabushi. As I said, I've shown this off in a video before, 14 fig head, and I cannot paint eyes for the life of me, but I think the decals on this one have really made it look a lot better. It does look tattered. It's not one that I'd be proud to sell, just based on the paint job that I've done on it. But as a personal item, to use in a future pick fed, I think it looks really good, and I'm happy to say with it, I still need to scratch off some of the paint on it to make it look a little bit more decent, but other than that, I'm happy with this. So there you have them all lined up. As I said, I'm working on that Chris Benoit, I'm working on the RVD and the Sandman, so those will be seen in a future video. This is more of like a short update, just to show you kind of a brief look at my custom process. As I said, it's not the most intense in the world, it's not the most polished customizing in the world, but it does the job, and I'm pretty happy with it, especially the test and the die jack. Could have done a little bit of a better job on some of the other ones with the painting, but it is what it is. I'm still happy for my skill level to be able to do this. I think Curb Stomp City Decals, great resource for making custom figures, and I'm fairly happy with how these turned out. But what did you think about the customs? Let me know in the comments below which one's your favourite. What do you think? Have you got any tips for me when it comes to customizing? I'm fairly new at it, or at least I'm not that experienced with it, so any advice, I'd appreciate it. Let me know in the comments below. As always, make sure you're subscribed to NLW Figs. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.